You think you know professional wrestling, but there's a whole side of the action that happens right in front of your eyes that you've been completely missing. Behind every dramatic fall, every near pinfall, and every controversial decision stands a referee who is essentially an invisible performer orchestrating the entire show. Today we're pulling back the curtain on the most closely guarded secrets of WWE referees that even casual fans have no idea about. So make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because what you're about to discover will change the way you watch wrestling forever. The referees in WWE are not just officials standing on the sidelines making calls. They are highly trained performers who have spent years learning the intricate choreography of professional wrestling. Every single movement they make inside that ring is calculated and deliberate. From the way they position themselves to the exact moment they drop their arm for a count, everything is part of a massive coordinated performance. The referees go through the same level of training as the wrestlers themselves, learning how to take bumps, how to fall safely, and how to create the illusion of intense competition. They spend countless hours practicing with trainers to understand the psychology of the match and the timing required to make every moment feel authentic and believable to the audience. What most people don't realize is that referees communicate constantly with the wrestlers during matches using hand signals and coded language. When a wrestler gets injured or when something goes wrong, the referee has a specific system of signals to communicate with the production team, the medical staff, and other officials. This allows the show to continue smoothly even when unexpected situations occur. The referees are essentially the nervous system of the wrestling match, keeping everything connected and flowing properly. They know exactly when to step in, when to back off, and when to let the action continue. This communication happens so seamlessly that viewers at home have no idea what's really going on behind the scenes. The count during a pinfall is one of the most important elements of a match, but it's also one of the biggest illusions in professional wrestling. Referees don't count at the same speed every single time. The speed of the count can be adjusted based on what the match requires at that moment. A slow, deliberate count can make a pinfall attempt seem more dramatic and closer than it actually is. A fast count can make someone kick out at what seems like the last possible second. The rhythm of the count is specifically timed to match the storytelling of the match. Wrestlers are trained to kick out at precise moments that align with the referee's count, creating the illusion that matches are hanging by a thread. This is why sometimes you see matches where someone seems to kick out impossibly late, and that's because the referee and wrestlers have rehearsed that exact moment over and over. Referees are also responsible for protecting the wrestlers without anyone knowing they're doing it. They watch for legitimate injuries and can call off matches or get medical personnel down to ringside without disrupting the flow of the entertainment. They're trained to recognize when someone has taken a legitimate hard bump versus when they're selling a move for effect. This knowledge helps them determine whether they need to pause the match for medical attention. Some referees have been with WWE for decades and have developed an almost supernatural ability to read wrestlers and know exactly what's happening in their bodies at any given moment. They can sense when someone is genuinely hurt versus when they're performing, and this skill is absolutely critical to keeping wrestlers safe while maintaining the entertainment value. The positioning of a referee during a match is far more important than most people realize. Referees are positioned strategically to make sure the camera gets the best angles of the action. They use their bodies to frame shots and create visual storytelling that works perfectly for the television broadcast. They know exactly where the hard camera is positioned and they move accordingly to ensure that fans at home see everything from the best perspective. A great referee can enhance the viewing experience without drawing attention to themselves. They understand cinematography and composition the same way a film director would. Every step they take, every time they move to the left or right, is part of the overall visual presentation of the match. Referees are also actors in their own right, and they must display the appropriate facial expressions and body language to sell the drama of the match. When a wrestler gets hit with a devastating move, the referee reacts with shock and concern. When a near pinfall happens, the referee's face shows genuine tension. These reactions are completely intentional and have been practiced extensively. The referees know that their reactions influence how the audience perceives the match. If the referee seems bored or uninterested, the crowd will pick up on that energy and it will diminish the excitement. A great referee makes subtle facial expressions and movements that enhance the psychological warfare between the wrestlers without overselling or drawing focus away from the action. The interaction between referees and announcers is another layer that viewers rarely think about. The referees communicate information to the broadcast team that helps commentators know what to talk about during matches. If a referee notices that a wrestler is working on an opponent's leg, the announcers will pick up on that information and start discussing the damage being done to that body part. This coordination makes the entire broadcast feel more cohesive and helps the announcers tell a more compelling story. The referees are essentially feeding information to the broadcast team in real time, and that information helps create a richer narrative experience for viewers. Training to become a WWE referee takes years and involves learning everything from how to safely navigate the ring to understanding the psychology of storytelling. New referees go through an apprenticeship where they work with experienced referees and learn how to handle different situations. They study tape of classic matches and understand how great referees have contributed to the success of those matches. They learn the rules of wrestling inside out, but more importantly, they learn how to interpret those rules in ways that serve the story being told. They understand that their job is ultimately about making the wrestlers look good and creating an entertaining experience for the audience. The respect that referees command in the WWE universe is something that's been carefully built over years of consistent performance. Referees have to earn credibility through their actions in the ring and their professionalism outside of it. When a referee makes a decision, it has to feel authoritative and believable. This means never breaking character and always standing behind the decisions made during the match. Some of the most iconic referees in wrestling history have done this so well that their names are instantly recognized and their presence in a match instantly elevates its importance. What you've learned today is just scratching the surface of how complex the role of a WWE referee really is. These athletes are so good at what they do that their contribution goes largely unnoticed, which is actually the highest compliment you can pay to their skill level. So if you appreciated learning these secrets about what really happens behind the scenes in professional wrestling, please subscribe to this channel so you never miss another deep dive into the fascinating world of WWE.